Hello everyone, this is Bill Meridian speaking to you again on February 12th. This is the Planetary Stock Trading Channel. This is number 11 by TripAdvisor and Akami, which both report tonight. Now first of all, let's review. It was late January when in Planetary Stock Trading 10 I recommended advanced micro devices and a short on PayPal. Well, here is the jump. You see it. First of all, the stock jumped from 21.5 to approximately 23, and then tacked on another $1.50 or so the next day. It has now retraced 50% of its prior gain, and today, as I'm speaking, it's rallying again. So I think it's headed higher. I'm still holding it. And I do want to point one thing out here. I usually place these trades about 5 minutes before the close. Here is a good example of why. That's the day, January 29th, in which I put out the video, I do believe. And, oh no, it would have to have been the day before. But you will notice that that stock dropped 5% on that day, from 20 to about 19. So it's, and you purchased at the beginning of the trading day, you would have paid an extra 5% that you didn't need to pay. So I bought it down around here, and it closed up around here, and then the next day I just decided technically it was going higher. So that's why at the end of the day, they usually are washed out in the last 5 minutes. And by the way, in the last half hour, it is legend that the smart money buys in the last half hour. And there is a smart money indicator based upon that theory. Let's look at PayPal, on which a short was recommended. And I guess it was January 29th, and right here you see the decline. And if you remember, I very clearly said let's only hold this for 1 day. Why? Because PayPal was in an uptrend, and this was simply a 1-day shock, a response to their earnings announcement. Now had you held it, you'd right now be short a stock that's up here, and you'd be running, well, not at a loss. You would have bought it here, and you would have still be holding it here. So that's the domain of technical analysis, had nothing to do with the planets. Let's look at two new ones. On February 12th, today, after the close, TripAdvisor and Akami Technologies will report. On February 10th, Uranus has parallel or progressed Jupiter in the horoscope of TripAdvisor. On the 12th, Jupiter is 45 degrees to the progressed midheaven. Now let's just think about that for a minute. Uranus, Jupiter, Jupiter, midheaven. What would that make you think? That sounds quite bullish, doesn't it? You have to mix these together, and again, I'll emphasize the use of John Dro's time orb. You ignore anything that's happening on the 8th, anything that's happening on the 15th, and you just concentrate on what is happening at the moment that you are looking at it. Now, Akami Technologies, February 8th, Jupiter 75 degrees to progressed midheaven. February 11th, Uranus conjunct natal Jupiter, that's strong. February 13th, Uranus 135 to the ascendant. It's Jupiter, progressed midheaven, Uranus, Jupiter, Uranus ascendant. And by the way, on the 15th, while we're at it, Saturn squares the converse progressed Sun. But that's on the 15th, and they report on the 12th. Now, one of the past recommendations, I think it was AMD, Pluto squared the Sun about 2 days after I recommended it. Now, they didn't report earnings on that day. That's what I mean by time warp. If they had reported earnings on that day, I might have made a different call on the stock. So we ignore what is happening on the 15th for right now. Now here is TripAdvisor. And that is actually, oh, I put the progress chart up there. Excuse me, I meant to put the natal chart up. Anyway, and this is the daily graph showing it's in an uptrend. My guess it'll pop up to the mid-60s at least here on today's earnings. This, by the way, what we're looking at, I wouldn't regard it as a very strong picture. I mean, if we get 3-4%, they'd be very happy. Now here is Akami, and this is the natal chart, October 29th, 1999, 9:30. And let's look at its technical picture. And here we see The stock closed around 68 and change. I don't know where it's trading right now, but if we get 3% on this, you're looking at a $2 or $3 rise, which is enough to make a little bit of money today. And by the way, there are some stocks like Activision Blizzard, which is reporting also tonight after the close, ticker symbol ATVI, that has got Mars and Uranus in space conjunct, opposite the Sun, and Jupiter parallel or progressed ascendant. That one I think is going up, but it could swing either way. So with a stock like ATVI, an appropriate strategy would be a straddle, which is the simultaneous purchase of a put and a call for those of you who are into option strategies. I'm not recommending it, but I'm just saying, I just want to convey the method is like panning for gold. I went through, this is about 12 stocks, and I come up with 2 that look bullish for today and one that's uncertain. I bypassed a lot of smaller cap stocks and stocks that do not trade options in this process. So ATVI will be a learning experience after the close. I can't figure out whether it's going up, whether it's going down. If you wanted to play it, you would buy a put and a call appropriately priced. So I think it will move big in one direction or the other. My guess is still up. And once again, the book is Planetary Stock Trading 4, available at BillMeridian.com. And Mastering Geopolitical Prediction, all also available at that website. And remember, a lot of these tools are available at astroapp.com, Gene Vicotan's database. You pay a fee and you have all the online astrology tools that you need, including my financial database for a small extra fee. So thank you again for listening, and until next time, Bill Meridian says happy trading.